My family really doesn't like how much you invested in yelling and screaming at us and calling us drunken whores. They don't want to visit. Your tourism, you spent a lot of time on this tourism for people who don't like you, people can't really visit. See, people don't really visit, and you're yelling and screaming at people, calling them drunken whores. They really can't visit because you invested a lot of time to do this stuff to people. This is what you like to do with your time, and nobody really likes you, and no one can visit. People who try to visit don't like this stuff. You said this is who you are. No one can really visit. My family doesn't really want to visit because they don't really like what you really want to say. I have a family that I care about. They can't really visit because you want to yell and scream at people and call them drunken whores. Then they don't really want to visit, and I am concerned that people would not choose to visit when this is who they are. You're delusional psychotics who are drunk with no one to visit. No one wants to hear from you. See, they really don't like it, but then I can't help you. See, you said you spent a lot of time have tourism to yell and scream at people and call them drunken whores. And no one would really want to visit. You have local goods to sell at our shops, right? We have all these shops that have local goods sold at our shops. There's all these vacant properties to sell this stuff, right? But people who do not like you just ranting and raving and yelling and screaming at people and calling them drunken whores. Now, you spent a lot of time investing in this. Community guide? My family said you spent a lot of time to invest in your drunk. Yeah, Steuben wine. You spent a lot of time on your wine. There's a lot of wineries. There's so many wineries where this is what you plan to do with your life that my family doesn't want to visit. They don't like you. They don't really want to visit. See this? You spent a lot of time on this, where you want to yell and scream at me and call me a drunken whore. You spent a lot of time on being drunk, and no, my family does not want to visit. All these places my family doesn't really want to visit because this is what you spent a lot of time on. You spent a lot of time on trying to call us drunken whores and yell and scream at us, and my family really doesn't want to visit. You spent a lot of time and effort on calling us drunken whores, and my family doesn't want to visit. See, this is not a family appropriate place to go. Glenora Falls, my family really doesn't want to visit because you spent a lot of time to yell and scream at us, call us drunken whores. Here's your local entertainment. My family doesn't really want to visit for any reason. It's not easy to get here. It's not easy to get here, but this is what you want to do to my family, and you spent a lot of effort to call us drunken whores and yell and scream at us. Yeah, all this is, spent a lot of time on this. Spent a lot of time on these vineyards. Spent a lot of time on this. If you don't like it, they don't really want to visit you. This is what you spent a lot of time on. You spent a lot of time and effort on this to yell and scream at my family, and they don't want to visit. They don't like you. They don't really want to visit. Put in a parking garage. Put in a parking garage. You have all these storefronts for your local goods, and they don't really want to visit because this is what you spent a lot of time to do. This is what you chose to do with your life. It's called drunken whores with your time, and they don't really want to visit. This is why no one really wants to visit, okay? You spent a lot of time and effort to say this stuff to you who don't want to visit you. That's why you have no visitors.